Go, I will reiterate, we are going to make some Shopley history this evening. We have a launch, a rollout that's never been done before, but is part of the vision and will absolutely change the direction or the speed of what we're doing. It's a big part of our vision. We're going to share it with you here in about 10 minutes. Checking in really quickly with my partners, Ron and Rod. Before we get kicked off here, tell me what's good your way. How you guys feeling?
Rod, you want to go first? You'd like me to, brother?
I'll just pick up my hand and say hi, all. Good to see you. We got a lot of good things going on tonight. Feeling happier and optimistic about what's ahead for each of you here on the call. So thank you for joining us. Make sure you reach out with one last text to get another member of your team to join us.
Yeah, we had a really cool call a couple hours ago with some of our leaders, and we discussed some really fun futuristic things that are being manifested right now. So very excited, very happy, very pleased, very impressed, Rod, very impressed, Nick, very impressed with our leaders as well. We have some good leaders here. So blessed. Let's keep going.
Amen to both of you guys. And I'm going to just go start tonight's Zoom with a big thank you. Thank you to every single one of you in every city, state, and country that you are in. This is the North America and Australia strategy session. We do it every Monday evening, Tuesday morning, if you're Australian. And we got a big one tonight, man. I'm very excited for just the organization and the structure that we put into this company the last 3 weeks. I got to remind everybody, it's November 18th. It was August 20, it was a Friday night. I got on a plane. Maybe it was a late Thursday night. August 23rd. August 23rd is when we took the first credit card in this company. September 23rd, October 23rd, November 23rd, -5. We are 85 days old. That's it. We're a baby. We're tiny. 85 days old. And we have a website that is 55 days old. 55-day-old website, 85-day-old company. And when you see where we're at tonight, more importantly, when you see where we're at next Monday as well, for next Monday's rollout, we got back-to-back weeks for you guys. You will indeed know that you have picked the right company and that we are in the right place. If you are a diamond influencer and you want to speak tonight, go ahead and raise your hand. We will upgrade you. And I will do the first part tonight. Let's get started by saying we got ourselves a new Pioneer bonus qualifier. And I'm going to kind of create some context here, and then we'll show you a slide, and then we'll introduce you to our newest qualifier. We threw a bonus out here for November, which is really a way for us to see who is on the sideline, just kind of looking, who is serious, who is spectating, and who's playing, who's in the game and who's on the sideline. And this gentleman is absolutely in the game. It's actually a really good transition because he's an ex-professional Australian footballer as well. But he is a new Pioneer bonus qualifier. Let me give you guys an idea what that looks like. What does it mean? Is it something that is impossible to do? No. Is it something that's extremely hard to do? No. Is it difficult to do? Yes. What do you have to do? You got to talk to enough people that look like Stacy. You gotta talk.
Look on your face, Stacy.
Hey, if you can get 3 Stacys, you're gonna do good. You do real good. You got to talk to enough people about our business. You got to get enough people to join for free that you can upgrade. You got to get enough value in what's going on. Do people want to build a team? You got to follow up with enough of your guests that said yes to become a free invite over the last 90 days. You got to talk to new people, and it's there for us to get brand new people a gateway to their first 800 US, or if they want to do it times 2, 1,500 times 3, 2,300. And we got a great new superstar that had a new qualifier in his team. She might have qualified twice last week, and now he went out there and knocked it out as well. So Pioneer bonus qualifier, let's bring on Stephen Baker. Stephen, are you out there?
I am here. Thank you for having me.
Absolutely. Well, tell us a little bit about you, partner. What you do in your career / family, why you love Shopley, and one tip for everybody.
Yeah, well, I transitioned from football into online sales. I didn't want to go back to the 9 to 5. I was working in a timber mill before football, so got introduced to the online world, fell in love with it, and yeah. So Shopley, I've been involved in a few companies, worked with the great Craig Schultz, who's online, and I've tried everything. I've sold water, wine, crypto, bit of everything. And Craig came to with this, and I wasn't overly excited to get into something new. But we then looked at the caliber of the people, like yourself, behind the company. And I think the biggest thing that excited me about Shopley is I could put my own products on there. Recently, I've been doing talks on mental health, raising awareness in that great cause, and motivation. So, going through some rough times. So I thought I'm going to do a course on that. And Craig said you can actually put your own course on this program. And then I did some research, and I loved how you're not pigeonholed into a genre, a product. And what I love about this is my last company said, yeah, you can do your own product on the side. I was developing a product, and then as soon as I hit the sort of 6-figure range, they said, oh no, you can't do anything else now. And then they cut off other opportunities. Which Shopley, I just love that you can align with whatever products you love, whatever genre you like, and it's got something for everyone. So I love the fact that it looks after the big leaders that have big dreams, big goals, but also love that I sort of share the vision of when we're going to have a lot of products in here in Australia. I was talking to my mum last week and said, hey mum, do you want to join up as an affiliate? It's only $14. She said, yeah, sure. And then she said, what's an affiliate? But so the fact that it was only $14, and then she was using this disgusting little machine, a callus remover on her foot. I'm thinking, mum could be the face of a callus remover machine. And then it got my brain thinking, I think Shopley just opens up your brain. I think I've got a line, I can bring my own company or refer a company here, or maybe I could create my own machine and bring it on. So Shopley just opens the doors, so many opportunities. Even my little nephew that wants to make money online. I'm thinking it's going to be possible for him to do that. $14 a month, and they can share products. Or the big thinkers like the people on this call. It's got something for everyone, which I love. And the qualifying thing I've used as a weapon to bring people on. Look, join, get 3 people, and you've basically got a free business. Where else can you have a free business with the potential to make 6 figures, 7 figures? So absolutely love the concept. The more I've dug in, and really enjoyed the people that are coming on. And we've got a great team. I've tried to bring on mates in the past that piss off, Blakes. We're not joining your new thing. Piss off. This, they're looking at it, and everyone's open. I've had 3 coffee meetings this morning. I'm all keen as mustard. So thanks for having me on. But very excited about the team, the future, and looking forward to working with everyone.
Well, first of all, Stephen, very well spoken, perfect message. For those of you guys who are not Australian, piss off is a term of endearment. It's actually that means you like that person if you say that to them. And Stephen, what's your best tip for anybody right now that either needs to qualify for the first time, or maybe they got in 90 days ago and now they got to go get their next 3? What's your best tip for whoever's sitting out there listening right now?
I think keeping it very simple is, I've gone through everyone that's showed interest. I said, look, this month you get 3 people, you've got a free business. And then I might share like a text message, and not overcomplicate things. Don't verbal diarrhea on people. It's like, hey, I've got a great concept. I'm working with some great people. Will you take a look? And it's yes, no. And now we've got a great little sales funnel that we can share. And then use your leaders. Your upline leader might not be the person, but their upline leader. Go to someone that can answer the questions after that fact. So you want people to duplicate this. It shouldn't be hard. Everyone should be able to do it. So if you duplicate that, a simple process, text message, use your leaders, use the funnel, it duplicates very quickly.
Stephen, thanks for leading. I got a feeling this won't be the last time we see you on here, partner.
I'll be back.
You'll be back. Okay, let's keep it rolling. I want to grab either 2 diamonds or Ron Williams. So 1 and 1 or 2 diamonds. I want your best tip, any one of you guys, for what people should be doing right now to drive towards that bonus, because we only got 12 days left on that bonus. So a diamond and or Ron, hop in. Best tip, take it.
Yeah, look, I can jump in. I think like we had it wasn't a false start, but a rocky road start, and a lot of people have spoken to a lot of people, and just because they may not have engaged because it wasn't perfect 60 days ago, it's really important to go back to all the people that you spoke to, because we're a completely different looking business now than what we were 60 days ago. So I would probably, the famous cliche of network marketing is the fortune is in the follow-up, but the people that have already taken the free account and haven't done anything with it, just because they didn't upgrade then doesn't mean that they won't now, because we have a really great working business model and a really bright future.
Well stated. One more.
Yeah, I would say, listen, I remember doing a meeting once in Mexico City, and we were launching a company, and some guy got up in the middle. Everybody was on the edge of their seats, excited. And some guy got up, he started walking out. And in Spanish, he mumbled something. And I said, what did he say? He said, yeah, he walked out of one of the first Amway meetings. He was an older man, of course. And I said, exactly. So here's the deal, folks. You're in the right place at the right time right now, but very timely, innovative, needed opportunity. And so right now, don't be that person that says, I was there early. Don't be that person. Be the person who stays early, stays medium, weathers the process, focus on how you're being, your action, all those things at the same time. That's the most lethal version of you. It's tough. It's dolphin tough, I would say. It's not weakness. It's just being kind. It's your most lethal self doing the business with your most skilled self. So right now is a good time to learn, to jump in, get your feet wet, and just go for it. But really love hearing the story of this football player, Stephen. Thank you.
Ron, remind me to circle back to the story you just told right now. I've got one to piggyback on that. And by the way, I was holding my breath at the beginning when you said I got a story from Mexico. I thought you were going to tell me a story about Escobar's, girlfriend. So, all right, I'm glad I just feel like we dodged a bullet tonight. Okay, so I want to do a couple of vendor updates and highlights. Rod, feel free to jump in on top of me here. Here's the first one. If you guys have not seen this product, looks like this right here. This is Dr. AQ Skincare Solutions. We got an active serum for the face. We got an eye serum. Here is his book right here. Very well-known gentleman. But we got a big announcement going on right here. Rod, you want to take this one?
Yeah, we've been working with Dr. AQ and his team and several of the key leaders in the field that are just amazing. Shout out to Steph and Kevin. You guys are great. We love all these great vendors that are now coming all the way through the pipeline and coming on board. So just a huge response to Dr. AQ's product, which should be something that helps everybody here sort of see the vision here. You don't need every vendor, you need the right vendor. And you want to find a vendor that your team is going to march behind with you. And this is just a highly, highly well-received product, and now is available in all of the EU standard markets, I think 26 markets, something like that, as well as the United States. Also working its way towards Canada and also towards Australia. Perhaps by the end of the evening, Australia will also be open. So one of the things we like about a vendor like AQ, and it could be any type of vendor, any product line, is this is a really great vendor that has really unique and patented technology. Technology doesn't always have to be patented, folks. So I'm just trying to give you an idea while we're doing this as sort of a prototype vendor, but very high-end technology, really good IP or intellectual property. And then also a little bit of existing, a lot of existing manufacturing and distribution that they would like to capitalize on, which means we're able to take a product like that with them and push that out to many markets. So I believe now it's available in probably 35 markets, 30-ish markets or so for Dr. AQ. So that's just one great example.
And I'm going to clarify, because I want to make sure people understand, because we have a lot of products in America that can ship to different countries. But when he says available in Europe, and will be in Australia and will be in Canada, you mean that they will ship from Europe to Europe, from Australia to Australia, and from Canada to Canada? Is that accurate when I say that?
That is correct. From Spain to all of the EU, and from inside of Australia to Australia. I think it's outside of Sydney. And also from the United States to the United States. I can't honestly answer directly the Canada question, but knowing now the way I've gotten to know Dr. AQ and his team, My suspicion is they probably have them their products available on 4 major continents now.
Yeah, and then with this
Middle
product,
East, South America, Mexico. So it's going to be a very nice product for everyone, and the technology behind it's amazing.
and this product being as successful it's been in the past because you can only get it from other doctors. So Dr. AQ sells to other doctors, and that's how you get this product. Shopley's the first distribution channel outside of a doctor. You can only get this product from a doctor that Dr. AQ sells to or us, and he's making this available localized throughout the world. It's a big deal. So
Huge.
very
Really
excited. He's going to be either via video or live on our vendor call this upcoming Thursday. He will be there alongside of our other new vendor. Check this out here on the right-hand side, Hellenic Treasures. I had a chance to talk to these two gentlemen. They're from Greek origin. They live in America. One lives still in Greece, still. One lives in New York. And these guys have just amazing products. Olives and olive oil and just like high-end, high-quality different teas and honeys and just snacks and all kinds of goodness. This is just the first couple pages of them. They have hundreds of SKUs. So I'm just excited to start eating. I just want to eat. And Hellenic Treasures, that's new, that's live. They'll be on Thursday as well if you want to talk to them. We have one more new vendor I want to tease tonight that also will be on Thursday. So we'll go in deep with all these guys on Thursday, which is our second ever service, which is Genie Chat. You want to tease this one for me, Mr. Rod?
Yeah, Genie Chat's a really solid, very, very well thought out CRM technology, customer resource management, contact resource management, excuse me, allows you to manage all of your interactions with leads and contacts and manage your time very, very well. If you scroll down to the bottom, you can see some tiles down at the very bottom, shows you exactly some of the feature set and the training that you would get on that, the functionality. And I really like Jessica, who's the CEO of Genie Chat, because she is the face. She is incredible at what she does. And she also offers a really great premium branded training in the Shopley U, where you can get a little bit more information on how to be successful. So look for that to come up as well, just for you to use. Another great value to be a Shopley influencer pro, so that you can see that.
We are rolling. We are rolling. And now for the big one. This has been a part of the vision since day one. This won't be a new information thing to you. It's something you've been waiting for. It's been something that makes us different. It's something you're excited about. It's something that's going to allow us to scale. It's something that's going to allow us to be able to be in many languages fast. But officially announcing today on your website, on your marketplace, we are live with e-learning. Our first 2 course creators are up. Several more will pop up over the next week, and a heck of a lot more worldwide after that. Ron, talk to me about us being officially now a marketplace, not only with products, not only with 2 service companies, but now adding e-learning. Take it away, gents.
Ron, go ahead.
Okay, I like that we're now diversifying again the variety that we need to go international. So this is just the first step of something huge, you guys. I cannot wait to see these in all the various languages and all the various markets for the ease of entry, for the ease of duplication, and just for the information alone, to get this information, get this kind of training and this kind of quality is going to make this company just everything that we've been saying since day one, Nick. I know this has been something you've been very passionate about, as well as Rod, to get this up there. So very excited to have this up here, guys. It's just step one of many steps to come.
I'm very, very excited about it. Initial visions that we had about Shopley included borderless concepts like a digital e-learning type model. And what we realized, of course, when we started looking at it back in the early days and discussing strategy was super simply this, that there are really 10, 15 languages spoken broadly around the world. You would cover about 80% of the world's population if you were presented a product and a service that was desirable in those 15 or so languages, 15 to 18 languages, I think is the number. And so one of the easiest ways to provide value and to provide something that has a burgeoning economy behind it is e-learning. And so across these groups, when you talk about crowdsourcing everything that we do amongst all of our key leaders and from our key leaders throughout everything in our ecosystem, having the ability to have e-learning be able to be spread worldwide in 10 to 15 markets. One of you here, well, we have on the screen here with us, I know for certain Craig Schultz has amazing trainings that are out there. It'll be launched very, very shortly in English, unless I'm mistaken. I know, Craig, you've got some translation also in Chinese, some other
One of my
languages.
courses is in Heijian in Mandarin as well. So I look like I'm speaking fluent Mandarin.
Awesome. So, I mean, let me translate what you just heard here, folks. If you're not familiar with HeyGen, you should be listening to some of our other trainers, like Jonathan Foltz and others, when they talk about using HeyGen to take the content and the things that you use as training, translate them into other languages or create other basis for it. So that's what we have coming up here. And what that means is if you just kind of expand your own personal horizons, you know, when we listen to Nick talk about how the 6 degrees of separation is more like 3 now, right? Or something like that, something less than 3, then each of us by that very term should know 1 or 2 people away from us, somebody with amazing content creation that people want to buy at a really decent price point in a language that, unless I'm mistaken, 1 out of 15 or 1 out of 20 people around the world will speak. So that makes it desirable across borders. And that's really where the vision is. So now when you're talking about, Nick, I'm passing back to you now.
Thank you, sir.
Talk about having the ability to take a market like Australia right now. It's right on the cusp of going from phase 1 to phase 2 to phase 3 super rapidly, which we talked about 2-3 weeks ago when we said a market could go like that from phase 1 to phase 4 to phase 5. So now you have a piece of content, a really great set of content from 1 or more good content creators, and then a really, really great anchor vendor or 2 or 3, and then you're off to the races. And then it's just a matter of making sure you do it. You get out and do the do. So back to you.
History is made today, and one of the first 2 course creators that is live is in Canada right now. She's calling us from her car. She pulled over on the side of the road. Lori, tell us how exciting this is to be a little part of Shopley history. I mean, when we look back and there's 1,000 course creators up there and you're one of the first 2 ever, how freaking cool is that? What's it mean to you? You're also one of our leaders inside of our company, and anything you want to share, take it away.
Oh my gosh, you guys, I don't know. I'm in a dark car with a hockey player behind me right now. So I don't know if you can see how big my smile is, but like, let's just say I'm sitting in a Tim Hortons parking lot, hoping that you can actually see the excitement on my face, because I feel like this is a moment in history that I will never forget, that my 11-year-old hockey player will never forget. And I just feel so incredibly honored and excited to, you know, really link arms with the other leaders in this company to start to share my courses with all of you. I have 2 up there right now, many more to come. I'm happy to kind of even channel the ones that you're looking for. I basically, what I do is create courses for social sellers. So they're going to be amazing for all of the people that are currently working on Shopley, and then hopefully for the people in your world as well. So I started with Instagram because Instagram is such an important, you know, platform for us to be using for our social selling businesses. And then my second course deals with how to create your own digital course, which I felt like was really, really relevant for everybody on the Shopley platform right now, because I truly believe that every single one of us has a digital course inside of us. So these courses are step by step. Basically, you listen to a training, you take action. I'm kind of the coach that wants to not only teach you, but see you go out there and implement right away.
Now, let me tell you why I freaking love our ecosystem. There are many people right now, Lori, that have teams that ask me every day, we don't know how to social sell. We don't know how to social sell. Can you teach our team how to sell on Instagram? Can you teach our team how to sell on Instagram? I don't need to, because Lori's an absolute expert on it. And just tell your team to give her $88 and they're going to get a direct bonus. So they're going to get paid on it. You as the upline, think about this. You as an upline right now, you could push everybody in your team to buy Lori's a course. She's going to teach your team how to sell on Instagram. She's going to get paid. You're going to get paid. They're going to get a direct bonus. Everybody's going to learn to sell on Instagram. Tell me how another traditional network marketing company has got anything on Shopley. Guys, when this thing is flowing, like really flowing, we will be an unstoppable machine gobbling up teams, companies, countries worldwide. Full stop. Lori, closing thoughts.
Anyways, just thank you guys so much. It's like I am I'm floored by this opportunity. I feel like we are only in the very beginning, and Nick is right. Like when we can all come together and we can share what we're good at and we can bring everybody along for the ride, we are going to be so incredibly powerful in this platform.
Lauren, thank you. And thank you to Mr. Hockey and or
Thank
Mrs.
you.
Hockey.
No,
Go
he's a
team.
mister.
Mr.
Come on,
Hockey.
Mr.
All right, love it.
Score some goals. All right.
Thank you.
Take care. Thank you, Lori. All right. So I'm going to bring on the two diamonds that didn't speak earlier. Guys, how excited are you? What does this mean to you, the team? Aaron and Chris, feel free to dive in on what this means from your perspective that we officially have launched e-learning.
Yeah, I think it's incredible, Nick. It's like what you said. I don't have to teach my team on how to go and be influencers on Instagram, and I probably wouldn't be the best person to teach them either. So Laurie is the person for that. I can outsource, handball, and yeah, that's called residual income and leveraging your time. So super excited to see that come together. It goes over borders, so we can launch globally. Before products even go locally in a certain market, we can use those digital products. And I think, over the last week or two, seeing the clarity of, the phase 1, phase 2, phase 3, phase 4 markets and how we roll it out, and a leader in a certain market visualizing I can own this market. I think the clarity now that people have with it is what's taking action, is what's duplicating. So that's what we've done with our team. We've pulled them aside. They've got a system, they've got clarity, and we're running. So yeah, super excited to see the digital side come together.
Let's go.
Nick, growing up in this industry, I was always taught whenever you go on stage, you say, listen, I'm here to teach you this topic. However, if your upline leadership teaches you something a little different, please don't go run back and say, but Chris Atkinson said, and now I see something so different here. I mean, here we are, you just launched it. And here's a lady that knows more about Instagram. She's probably forgotten more about Instagram than I'll ever learn.
That's a fact, Chris. That's a fact.
Except I'm going to take her course, and just like I've watched Brian's. And the thing is that I'm learning, which helps the team learn. And now I'm starting to see this bigger, broader picture. It really is about people helping people. And it really is going to be about one team. And that team's called Shopley. And now you guys are putting it together in such a manner that it's going to be easy to duplicate.
We're rolling. All right. More new stuff. Stacy, I heard Shopley U's got some new goodies. Effective right now. Actually, I'll share it. I'll share it live. Effective right now. I want everybody, when you're got some time in the next week, execute the 10 and 10 rule. Before 10 a.m., after 10 p.m., we don't do personal professional growth between 10 and 10. Why? That's when you make money. After 10 and before 10 is when you learn. So if you go to Shopley University, got to log in. When you go to Shopley University, you're going to see that we've got all new second level 2 intro to social media. I think was level 1. Where's the other one? Here we go. Right here. Growing your social media influence. Now you have to be an influencer pro for this one. Because remember, you get $900 in free courses as an affiliate, $4,000 in free courses as an influencer. And as it keeps growing, you got Influencer Pro is going to get more and more and more value. So I think there might be a few. Stacy, sound off. Is there a few of these videos available to affiliates and influencers?
Yep. There's 2 courses, I believe, for affiliate, and then 4 for influencer, and then the remainder are for Influencer Pro.
Not courses, but the sections, right?
Sections within that course, yes.
Okay. So within this course, 2 of the sections you can watch as an affiliate. Several more of them you can watch as an affiliate influencer. Influencer Pro can watch all of them. So I got the man here. Why do I need to talk? Let me shut up. Brian Breach has been an absolute super vendor from day one. This guy has been leaned in, working with us. He's been a part of the team. He's been recruiting. He's been running social media. And now it's time not only for him to launch the second level here, but also he's going to be putting up his courses that he sells, not just the ones you get for free, but that he sells. Those will be up in the next week or so. Brian, I know you want to talk a little bit about that, but you're going to do a little training tonight for about 5 to 10 minutes on course number 2. Let me kick it over to you. Oh, do we lose him? Where is he? There he is. You're muted, partner.
I just realized, hey, what's up, everybody? I just realized.
Hey, wait. Happy birthday, brother.
Woo!
Ryan Breach.
Thank you.
Ryan's birthday Friday.
Happy birthday.
As well.
Thank you.
Happy belated.
Just turned 21 today. It's so weird.
Well done.
Yeah, so it's great to be on the call, guys. And Ron, when we're done, love to hear that Pablo Escobar story again, despite what he says. I want to hear the rest of it. But yeah, I'm super excited to have my second months of courses online. The first one was very, very basic, just kind of breaking down the fear of social media, things along those lines. Very, very basic to Instagram, social media, and all that stuff. And we get into deeper stuff on the second course. So we get into social media analytics and strategy, audience engagement and growth. We get into how to monetize social media, content optimization. And right now I'm coming off a video of mine that I posted that just hit 230 million views. So I've been studying this thing like crazy, understanding why it hit those kind of numbers. So I am embedded in social media, guys. This is all I do from morning till night. I study the algorithm. My fingers literally hurt from going through videos and figuring out why they do what they do. So some of the things that I talk about in the second month course, and by the way, if you've already seen the first month's course of mine on Shoply, you do me a favor and put a 1 in the chat. Is the chat open? Or if not,
the Q&A is open.
Q&A, yeah, maybe put a 1 in the Q&A, so we'll take a look later. But I'll do a little bit of training here, 5 to 10 minutes. I'll go over some of the things that I talk about in the second month courses, and I'm not going to go dramatically into it, guys, so you can watch the courses, but I'll break down a little bit what I talk about. One of the things that I talk about is creating social proof and why it's so important. One of the things I do is I help people get on major publications, and I tell people all the time that if you're on social media, for example, right, you have 1,000 followers, you have 2,000 followers. Remember, no matter what niche you're in, there's a million other people on social media in that exact same niche. So if you're in fitness, health, lifestyle, whatever it is, everybody is doing their own thing, and you need to stand out and you need to bring credibility to yourself in order for somebody to use you. Now, the first two things that people do in this day and age when they meet you, and this applies to dating, by the way. You meet somebody, and the first thing they're going to do is they're going to go to your Instagram page and they're going to Google you. That's the first two things they do. If somebody's working with you and wants to buy a product from you and they go to your social media, and no offense, they're seeing just pictures of your cat's dog and your kids, they're probably going to work with the person that has hundreds and hundreds of talking head videos of them talking specifically about their product and making themselves as an authority in that particular space, guys. So make sure you're constantly posting things that have to do with what you're talking about. Constantly putting out videos. If you're a fitness influencer, if you're a travel influencer, that you're being very consistent. Also, that you're posting consistently, because I've noticed this and I studied this as well. There was many times on my social media where I didn't post for maybe, I don't know, 20 days, 30 days. And I promise you, when I go check on a secondary app how many people unfollowed me, every time I don't post for about a month, I get unfollowed by like 150 people. It's just how it is. It's not me. It is everybody, because somebody's going to follow you if they are looking through their timeline. They don't see anything from you, and then they're going to see your page and be like, hey, this guy's not bringing much value to my life these days. Unfollow. Let me follow somebody that is. So make sure you are posting on a consistent basis. Now, off of social media, make sure you're doing other things. And I like to call these things icing on the cake. Posting on social media is number one. Making sure you're shooting content, which I talked about in the first course, is the basic stuff. That's number two. But make sure you're doing things like creating a Wikipedia page for yourself. And again, that's later on the totem pole, last on the totem pole. But if you have all these things in place, you're going to create dramatic amounts of credibility, and people are going to want to buy your product from you. So create a wiki, create a Google Knowledge panel. Make sure you're getting articles about yourself. Make sure you're getting featured on podcasts. Make sure you're doing TV stuff. Now, over the course of a couple of years or a couple of months, you get on Forbes or whatever, you get on a couple podcasts, you're posting content consistently, you see a wiki, they Google you, all these things come up, right? They go on your page, they see the Forbes link that you've been featured on in your bio, they see that you're posting on a constant basis. Who do you think they're going to work with? The person that has all this consistent stuff all over the social medias, link in bio, link in their bio, all in Google, or the person where they go to the bio, there's no link, there's no nothing, they Google them, and the only thing they see is their Facebook page and possibly a MySpace page from 15 and a half years ago. And by the way, I think it's still up. I think Justin Timberlake bought it out. Who do you think they're going to use, guys? So Make sure you're constantly creating social proof. Now, number two, we'll get into this real quick, understanding the algorithm and tracking your analytics. A lot of people look over this. A lot of people think that if you just post consistently on social media, you're going to do great. That's not how it works, guys. You got to really pay attention to what's going on. You got to follow the trends, and you got to pay attention to the analytics, which a lot of people don't do. So I'll give you an example of that. And this just happened recently. So I made a post a couple days ago. The post got 630,000 views, and it only had 100 comments. Confused the hell out of me. Why a 630,000 view video that I posted only has 100 comments? Then another video that got 800 comments is sitting at 120,000 views. I sat there looking at the numbers probably for an hour and a half, racking my brain on why I'm not getting enough comments on this video, not getting enough or getting too much comments on a video with lower views. So go inside of your dashboard. If you have a creator account or if you have a business account, make sure you're checking your analytics. It's right at the top of your Instagram page. It says professional dashboard. Make sure you're paying attention to where most of your followers are coming from. Make sure you're paying attention to when you make a post, how many followers you get from that post. It will tell you in the analytics. So one of my posts that hit 230 million views, it took a month to hit it. I got 90,000 followers off this damn post. 90,000. It changed the trajectory of my entire page. And guess what I did? I posted 3 videos in the last month that were almost identical to that video from different creators. And the reason being is because I'm like, if I got 90,000 followers off this post, I'm going to double down and keep posting those things. So see which videos are getting you more followers on your analytics and start doubling down on those particular posts. Make sure you're checking, most importantly, guys, make sure you're checking the watch time of your videos. The videos that only get 3-second watch time, meaning somebody clicks on your video that they see in their algorithm, they see in their feed, and they don't like what you're saying and they click out in 3 seconds, those videos are going to get stuck only being seen by 1 to 3% of your followers. They're not going to be pushed outside of your following list. So if you have 3,000 followers, they're only going to be stuck in those. If you have a higher watch time, say 7, 10, 20, 30 seconds, you're going to get pushed outside of the algorithm. Or maybe go on the For You page. Instagram will see how it does there. And if it does well there, they'll push it outside of the algorithm again, and you'll get seen by millions of people. So look at your videos with higher watch times. If you are doing well on, if you're doing well with a particular video with high watch times, make sure you're imitating those videos and doing it 10 times, 20 times, because those are the ones that are working. Make sure you're checking where people are following you from, whether it's Indonesia, Australia, USA, and also check, most importantly, what time of day are your followers most active. Now, this is very experimental because the one video of mine that hit 230 million views, I posted it at the worst possible time in the history of Instagram to post. I woke up, couldn't sleep, Sunday morning, 7:30, no one's awake anywhere. I posted it. That ends up being the one that blew up my page for some odd reason. But for the majority, it's always about Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday between 2 to 4, where my Instagram followers are the most active, and on the Shoply pages, by the way, where I typically post where I can get the most reach. So long story short, guys, always make sure you're checking your analytics. And Nick, you could stop me whenever my time is up because I could talk about this stuff for the next 48 hours. So
hey, no, this is perfect because I don't want you to give away all of it. I want them to go watch this stuff. But
Yeah.
I want to talk about 2 different buckets here.
Okay.
And we've got a lot of people that are Gen X and boomers.
Gotcha.
And they're now starting to learn live commerce, social commerce. And I want to make sure they understand there's 2 things that has to happen. 1, you have to learn live commerce, social commerce so that you can convert.
Right.
2, and it's probably in this order. It's in the opposite order. Number 2 is probably first. You've got to learn from Brian. You got to learn from Dan Fleshman. You got to learn how to build a brand that gets new eyeballs. So those new eyeballs are following you. So those new eyeballs can see you go live and buy something from you. Because if you don't get good at building a social media brand, you're going to have the same 7 cousins who don't care about what you're selling. And I'm speaking to the people that say this to me every week. Well, Nick, I'm old school. So does that mean you want to pay for advertising? For the first time in history, first time ever in history, you can get unlimited eyeballs from anyone in any country all around the world for free. If you just learn how to do this, You don't have to pay anything, and you can post 100 times a day, 10 times a day, 2 times a day. You can post billboards for free on Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, Snapchat, TikTok, blah, 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 blah. All these different places you can be posting, and you can be attracting new eyeballs for free. And you still want to just talk about how you're old school? What does that mean? You want to pay for like billboards? You want to pay for like a little blurb in the back of some magazine when you can get hundreds or thousands or tens of thousands of eyeballs a month, a week, a day, an hour for free? You got to learn this stuff, y'all, because it's illogical not to learn this stuff. Brian, let's take some questions in the Q&A. Damn it, I was supposed to say that before my rant. Brian, your thoughts about how building a brand feeds live commerce, and anybody that wants to drop a question in the Q&A, hit it now.
Oh yeah, no, it's absolutely essential to live commerce. Again, I think when it comes to building a brand, it goes back to credibility. And I think one of the things that I said in one of the courses, that forget the logos for a minute, right? Forget your colors for a minute. Forget what your website looks like. That stuff's great and all. Yes, you're building a brand. That's one way to build a brand, but literally credibility on social media is everything. I can't tell you, Nick, how many times that I've been on calls, and I swear to, I'm not making this up just for the sake of being on a call, right? I can't tell you how many times I've hopped on calls with people and their exact words to me were, the only reason I'm on this call thinking of using you is because I went on your social media. You look like the real deal. You're talking about helping me get on a TEDx. You're talking about helping me get on publications. You're talking about helping me get on podcasts, Brian. And everything you say you can do for me, I see you've done on your social media. I Google you and something comes up. You have this, and you have a Google Knowledge panel, and your publications, when you went viral, all pop up. Now, if you're somebody that's looking for somebody to use me for all these different things, why are you going to use a faceless marketing company? I had a guy say to me, what was it? Let me think about this for 1 second. He said, "Oh, I think the question was," he was kind of like interviewing me if he should use me. He goes, "Why should I use you over somebody else?" That was the question. I said, because I don't just help get you on publications to get you on press. I am the press. I have my own 2 publications, and I have access to 900 other publications. If I didn't have my own publications, I wouldn't even recommend him to use anybody. If somebody doesn't have their own publications, if you're trying to get on publications with somebody, you have to be able to breathe it, live it, do it on a daily basis, be posting about it, having the link in your bio, being on Google. Then people will start using you, and that's building your brand and building your credibility all at once. So
Thank you so much for a great training tonight, guys. When Brian goes live with his e-learning courses, I strongly recommend not only go through the free ones, but if you're serious about mastering building a brand in social media so you can recruit a team worldwide, buy this man's courses and get as much information extracted from him as you can. Brian, happy belated birthday. Thank you for all that you do, man. We appreciate you.
Thank you. I appreciate you. Guys,
what an awesome training tonight. And if you haven't really gathered, recently, we rolled out a new call calendar, Zoom. We've rolled out a new Zoom schedule, and we pulled off vendors. Vendors are now on Thursday. We had a great last Thursday. A couple vendors went deep into training. I hope all of you guys attended those. We're going to do 2 or 3 new vendors on this Thursday. But on Mondays, you should expect each week news, updates, features, testimonies, but also a training topic. Obviously, the training topic this week was all about building your personal brand. So thank you to Brian for that. Stacy, I think a bunch enough time to get those Zooms up there. Let's start with the schedule for the week. Tomorrow, we got the EU Zoom and the snapshot for the US. So snapshot for the US, pause right here. If you've got a prospect, you got a guest account, you've got an affiliate that's thinking about upgrading, bring them to me tomorrow, 7 p.m. Central. We're going to use this as our official recording. We thought it was going to be last week, but we got some edits to the slides. Official recording is going to be tomorrow night. So we're going to bring it. We're going to bring the thunder. You bring the guests. We're going to bring the thunder. See you there. On Wednesday, we got a Canada snapshot. Don't forget, guys, tomorrow, Tuesday, is the EU strategy session. This right here in EU. But it's a snapshot Wednesday. We're not sure on Australia. That might be Wednesday night, or it might get pushed to Friday night, which is Saturday morning, afternoon. Details to come on that by tomorrow. And then EU snapshot on Thursday, along with the vendor snapshot on Thursday. The vendor snapshot for America and Canada, y'all. Well, I guess most of it's an America vendor snapshot because these are American vendors. That snapshot is going to be at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. So this schedule will remain the same with the exception of different holidays that are going to have us, cancel, push, et cetera, et cetera. All right. Awesome call tonight. We got a couple new features that I want to share with y'all. Let me see if I can find a couple of these new features. Obviously, e-learning right here. We got a new menu bar. Some of you guys may have noticed this, by the way. If you click on shop, you're going to see all new categories down here on the left. These are not the final categories. This is just the first draft, but those are live. So now we're going to go ahead and make some edits to this. We're going to break up beauty and health, separate that a little bit. You'll see over here, we launched this last week. Just want to draw it to your attention, which is if you click on a vendor. So let's see which one we haven't clicked on in a while. Let's go to New Way Health. If you want to just share the actual vendor, as long as you're logged in, upper left-hand corner, you can share this page, which is different than sharing the product, right? So now you have a way to share the vendor page. If you want to share the product or service, you just go right here, share the product or service right there. Any other ones I'm missing there, Miss Stace? You want me to call out?
No, I think we're good.
I will actually tease this, guys. You may see in the next couple days, this part right here, it might move to right here, okay? The QV, DB, CV, it's going to say the word rewards, and then it will list the rewards. Okay, so if you see that move down, I'll just tell you that one a little bit early. But I think we hit all the new little features. We had a bunch of features we rolled out last week. So every week, guys, new stuff. I'm gonna tell you something as a teaser. Next Monday, a huge rollout's coming again. This Monday, rolled out e-learning. Next Monday, another big one. So I will see you there. Closing thoughts. Ron, Rod, any diamond, hit it. Take it away.
You got it. Well, man, I'm excited because I can see us now turning a major corner as a company. And it's kind of inspiring me to do my role in this company. And that is to help us with the vision, help us with culture, help us with retention, help us with all those things that create the human aspect of what we're doing. We'll always have success, but never at the expense of the people. Your feet will never go where your mind has never been. So now is a good time to really bring your very best self, your very best skills, your very best effort and action into some results. So very excited to be here. Looking forward to tomorrow night Zoom. I would say bring your folks tomorrow night, guys. It's going to be a good Zoom as we really create the greatest attraction call we've probably ever had. So thank you, Nick.
Thank you.
Hey guys, I'm happy to be here with you. I think I love the interaction. It turns out this is a little bit of an Aussie call tonight, which is fantastic. We've got 3 out of the group here on the screen right now from Australia, and I love it. I love seeing that vibe, seeing that energy. That's very, very cool to watch. And so I expect to see, honestly, before the turn of the year, I expect to see Australia and the EU specifically. Canada will be there, of course. But I think you'll all be in phase 4 or greater before or around the end of the year, which sets you up for just an amazing spring. So between now and the end of the year, in my opinion, it's line all of it up. You've got to work hard to line up the leadership, get the group going, get everyone ready for 2 really strong 90-day runs in the spring. And I think it will change a lot of your own perspective in your world right now. I'm excited about it. I love the vision. I love the energy that I see from all around the world, from all the members of the Shopley family, and just happy to be here with you. Thank you, Nick, for hosting one more time. Stacey, thanks for running the show. Appreciate it.
Stace, we didn't hear from you. What's your 2 cents tonight?
Yeah, I think I'm just kind of sitting and soaking it all in because it feels like the vision, the path, the place where we're all going, it's starting to like come into focus and it's starting to become very real. And that's very, very exciting for those of us that have seen the path of where we started. We came in on this like message. That's really what it was. It was the trust in somebody and a message and a vision of where we were going. And as you get kind of closer to that mountain, you're starting to see all the different things that are getting more clear. The part that I think that I now take some major responsibility in, and I think that all of us in the field we have to build it, right? So we now have the vision of where we're going. It's there. All of the things that we've been told are coming are rolling out, whether they came at the right time, they came at on time, or they're here now. And we can't move forward if we don't have the people to shop the site, to build the site, to talk about the site, and for us to help everybody. And so it's our job to get out there and start really, really sharing aggressively. And back to that initial list, someone said that earlier today, back to that group that we first had in that was interested, and circle the wagons again, because what we have now is better than it was, and it is worse than it will be tomorrow. And so it's an amazing opportunity that keeps people like Lori in the ecosystem and gives her so many opportunities. And now she's going to get to monetize her expertise within the same place that she can also learn and grow and get better and have a team. And there's not any other opportunities out there like that. And so it's amazing.
Thanks, Stacey. Guys, I'm going to go next because I got 28 minutes to put these kids to bed and say goodnight before I got to be on my next Zoom. Ron led me into this one. So I'm going to use this always. What did I say? Day 84 as a company. Day 84. How do we look, y'all? Day 60 for a website. Day 84 as a company. How we doing? We're right here. But let me tell you a story. When I first got involved in the industry of direct sales in 1997, I am from the city of Grand Rapids, Michigan. Grand Rapids, Michigan is home to a company called Amway. It's the global headquarters. And I was at some sort of get together at my grandparents' house. And at that point, my grandparents would have been, my grandfather would probably be, if he was alive, 101, 102 today. So he'd have been in his 70s. And I was talking about how I was in this new business, blah, blah, blah. I was 18 years old. And this guy's like, oh, it's like Amway. Is my grandfather's age. Oh, it's like Amway. Yeah. When I was in my 20s, I saw Rich DeVos and Jay Van Andel on the streets. And I told them where to shove it. They tried to recruit me, and I told them where to shove it. And I was like, bro, I would never tell that story again, ever. Because you worked at the factory the last 40-something years. These two guys became billionaires and are two of the richest people on the planet. You met them in their 20s. You could have gone for the ride, and now you're bragging about how you told them where to shove it. Please don't ever tell your grandkids this story, because you could have changed the direction of their life forever. But instead, you were one of these. And what's worse about being one of these skeptics, what's worse is you think it was a good thing. You think it's something to brag about, that you were that dumb? I would never talk about that again. And I promise y'all, we're right here. And there's some people that you are talking to, not you. There's some people that you are talking to that are making you mad, but they're over here, y'all. They're giving you bad advice. They live in this world right here. They're getting you off track. They're over here. They're pragmatic. They're not these people. They're not visionaries. You're an innovator. You take action early. You go first. You're the first that has to try stuff. You're a visionary plus plus. We'll get to the skeptics in the year 2029, 2030. That's when they'll find out about us. We ain't got time for that BS right now. Stay focused. Every week we get better. Every week we get closer to the vision we talked about 120 days ago. Every week. Stacy, this is the worst and the hardest it ever will be right now, right here, today, in this moment. This is the worst we'll ever look, and this is the hardest it'll ever be. Wait until you hear we launch in March, April. Just wait. Just wait. One of the top 5 biggest announcements ever in the history of direct sales coming from our company and coming in about 120 days. That's all I got for y'all. If anyone else wants to come on top of that, you can. Otherwise, let's call it a night.
Good luck,
Appreciate
folks.
y'all.
See you on
Thanks.
Thursday latest.
Goodbye, everybody.